Hello and welcome to FUtube, where we don't negotiate with terrorists. Tonight's first FU is from Scott and is about Jetstar, everyone's favourite way to fly into a rage. Oh, Scott didn't want to record a video for us, so we decided to get a much more famous Scott to play his role. But they all said no. So instead, we're stuck with our very own Scott Abbott.
Ugh. Woohoo! I paid $36 extra for seat selection on a Jetstar flight, but then I didn't get the seats I asked for.
Kind of annoying, but as Jetstar explained, seats aren't guaranteed until departure and may change due to operational requirements. Fair enough. Except that when Scott asked for his money back, he was told,
"Seats are non-refundable."
So I paid a $36 seat selection fee for nothing.
Jetstar eventually offered him a $25 voucher. How good of them. Wait, no, that is shithouse.
I paid $36 cash and ended up with a $25 voucher? Not a great deal.
That is the best I am able to offer regarding this matter.
Until Scott took his complaint to the Australian Airline Consumer Advocate, then Jetstar said,
I have requested a refund of $36, the amount you paid for your seats.
Jetstar told us their policy is,
For seat changes within Jetstar's control, customers can request a refund of the seat selection fee.
fair enough. But they also said,
Customers may be required to move seats at short notice due to operational reasons, which is not refundable.
which seems ridiculous. If you pay for a seat selection service and you don't get what you paid for, you should get a refund. And the consumer law is clear that a refund means you get money back. Not a voucher, not a free in-flight meal, not some junk they had lying around the office, but money. All right, who's next? Hold it. It's Jetstar again. Daniel's flight was cancelled due to Cyclone Debbie.
Fair enough, I didn't want to fly through that.
Jetstar offered to move him to another flight at no extra cost, but he'd already missed his cousin's wedding.
So I took a voucher for the value of the initial booking.
The thing is, when Daniel went to use his $830 voucher on flights that cost $700, Jetstar said,
Our vouchers are only available for one use. I know it's hard to accept that the remainder of your voucher may be forfeited.
yeah, that is hard to accept. If you've been given a voucher as a replacement for a cancelled flight, we reckon you should be able to use its full value. And when it comes to refunds, the ACCC says travel vouchers are not equivalent and should not be used as a substitute. So, when are you entitled to a refund? Well, it's when there's been a major failure. If a reasonable consumer wouldn't have paid for the service had they known about the failure that was going to happen, it's a major failure. Now, that's all very well in theory, but in practice, there's lots of grey areas. Would a reasonable consumer buy a ticket if they knew a flight would be delayed by 30 minutes, 2 hours, 6 hours, or cancelled entirely by a cyclone? The answer will depend on each consumer's circumstances, but a voucher is not a refund, and when it comes with unfair conditions, that is shithouse. Okay, who's next? Sit. Kai has a complaint about your Club Jetstar program.
It sucks.
We might need you to expand on that.
Well, I joined Club Jetstar because the Jetstar website was offering $10 off airfares for its members.
Club Jetstar is Jetstar's...
Exclusive membership program with discount flights and great travel offers.
It costs $49 to join, so Kai signed up. But when he tried to use it, his Club Jetstar discount suddenly disappeared. Jetstar said that was because...
As I can see, you selected the Flexi bundle, which is why it became $69.
Turns out the Club Jetstar discount is only available on the basic fare, and adding a bundle to your flight, you know, baggage or a meal or seat selection,
I'd be wary about the seat selection.
means you lose the discount, which isn't how exclusive clubs are meant to work.
You can come in as long as you don't drink, dance, or have a good time in any way.
The Club Jetstar terms and conditions don't make it clear anywhere that the discounts don't apply if you add bundles, though they told us,
We are taking steps to explicitly outline that Flexi beers and Max bundles are excluded.
maybe they should skywrite it. Anyway, When Kai asked for a refund on his membership fee, he was told,
That's non-refundable.
"You like saying that, don't you?"
Clearly states in our terms and conditions that the Club Jetstar joining fee is non-refundable.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what any airline's terms and conditions say. In fact, the ACCC has just reviewed literally thousands of complaints about no refund statements and excessive fees for cancellations and changes, and reminded airlines that they must ensure they comply with the Australian consumer law. And we should say, these are problems across all airlines. It's not just Jetstar who's guilty of this sort of thing.
Thank you.
But you were voted worst airline in the world in a 2017 global survey and came rock bottom in Choice's annual travel trend survey again. Scott, Kai and Daniel's stories show, as the ACCC puts it, that airlines appear to offer remedies to consumers on an ad hoc basis rather than through a consistent and reasoned application of their policies and procedures. In other words, they offer what they think they can get away with, so you may need to push back. Like Tom did when he asked for a refund after Virgin cancelled his flight 10 minutes before it was due to leave.
First they told me,
No refunds under fair rules.
and then they said,
You can have a travel credit.
and then they said,
We can refund you minus a $50 fee.
and then I said, I'm aware of the consumer law, and I watched the checkout, and suddenly,
A complete refund will be processed.
God bless the checkout and the ABC.
Well done, Tom. Right, next.
Oh, come on! You can't do Jetstar all night.
Actually, we probably could. But you know what? I think we'll leave it there. Until next time, good night.